All right, welcome back to Rattling Junkie. My name is David. It's been a while since I've done some video work here. On this video, I'm going to be showing you Z's hunt. He came out and hunted with me. He's a brand new bow hunter. Man, it's a bit windy today. He ended up taking a nice bear, good meat bear, solid 6'9". So basically, I'm going to show you the video, and then I'm going to go through it, talk about some of the mistakes I made, and maybe that Z made, and now we can improve ourselves for future hunts. But today, before I get into that, I'm just going to show you around. I have 3 baits I got to get to today because I'll be taking Donna out for a bear hunt in a few days. So I got to check out to see which ones are the best. So yeah, come along and enjoy the show. There's that fresh crap right there. Let's see if this is in. So this barrel still has bait in it. I was hoping it would be completely empty. I've already shot 2 bears off this bait. I'm going to check out some sign here. Okay, there's some pod trails here. Maybe you can see them. They're indentations. There's a lot of old sign. I'm just going to walk around here for a bit and have a look before I make a decision, because I can only pick one bait. I only have enough bait for one. So if I decide to hunt here with Donna, then yeah, I'm not checking the other ones. So I'm just going to have a look around. I've decided against this bait. Just too much activity in the last little bit. You know, like when you shoot 2 bears off of a bait, you really do put a lot of pressure on the bait. There are some baits so that you can shoot multiple bears. I don't think this is one of them. Maybe if I move the bait down 300-400 yards, it would be okay. But I am not going to be doing that. I got other spots that I will do that at. Just because we're really limited here with the wind. I need a certain direction, and if I don't get that, then it's not great. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. Join me on that. All right, this is bait site number 2. This is where Skinny Rye took that big-headed freak of a bear. I can see his sticks right there. Right there. So the issue is that the bear only went 20 yards. I know it's super windy, but anyways, let's just get through this. The bear went 20 yards after the shot. Somewhere here's the carcass. Maybe if I'd look for it, I might look for it just to see where it's at. And that bear, when you have a carcass that close, sometimes it can turn off the bait. That's why I didn't go to the first bait that I checked out. But 2 bears have been shot. So we might be able to get away with the 1 bear. I think I'm going to look for the carcass, see if it's gone. If it's gone, then I'm not too worried about it. The spot isn't a good, this bait isn't a good spot, I should say. Donna will be hunting from the ground, Mrs. Black Bear Remedies. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to bait up here. Maybe I'll show you a bit of that, and I'm going to have to build a ground blind. Preferably not on a bear trail. I've done that before, or I put up the blind and then the bears walk right by it, and it's not necessarily that great. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of deforesting here. The bait site's crazy here. Check that out. It's like a big hole. That's what happens when you use grease. I'm going to use grease again just to get the scent out, since I only got 4 or 5 days before we hunt this. And guys, check this out. I am going to be baiting up with the Bait Master Black Bear Wear. This hat has been on with me, or has been with me on many bait trips. That's why it's all punched out and all that. But I would say, you know what? If you want to support the channel, visit blackbearwear.com, BLAK, bearwear.com. Grab a hat, maybe grab a couple shirts, a sweater, hoodie, whatever, it's all there. And you can also visit Black Bear Remedies. That's LACK, bearremedies.com, and you'll get some of the best skincare product known to mankind. All organic, using bear fat, shea butter, and various essential oils. All right, let's get into Z's hunt. And then after the hunt is done, I will go over things that him and I both could have done differently to make it just a little bit better of an experience. Enjoy, guys. Remember to pick a spot. Just get ready. You draw. Not yet. No. No, not yet. If you have to let down slowly. You have to let down. Okay. Draw back. Shoot. Okay, let's rewind that. As this bear is coming in, it yawns. So it was probably close to the bait. Could have been 100 yards or less. So that's a good reminder to stay quiet or be as quiet as possible when you climb up into your tree stand or go to your ground blind, because these big bears, they might be close, and if you're just taking it for granted that they're 500 yards away or more, well, you could be sorely mistaken, and maybe that big bear won't come in. Z's a brand new bow hunter. He's never killed anything with his bow, so it was going to happen tonight. This bear comes in, I tell him to draw back. You can hear when he draws back, it's very loud. And that bear stops in an awkward position
It is slightly quartering towards Z because Z is to my right, so he's to the right of the camera. And the offside leg of the bear is forward. So now if he does put it behind the leg in the shittle, I think he could have had a good chance of killing the bear, but who knows, maybe it would be a one lung hit and liver. But I just didn't want to take that chance for a new bow hunter to go through a situation like that. Plus, there was some brush in the way. I'll circle it right here. So all these things together, I just, I don't want to put a new bow hunter in a situation where they might have to deal with an iffy hit. So I elected to tell him to let down. He lets down. That bear didn't like that sound. So now a more, I guess, experienced bow hunter could probably keep that bow held back a lot longer and just be patient, wait for the shot. I guess as well, some people might say we should have waited or let that bear get to the barrel. Wait, let the bear get to the barrel and get comfortable there. But you know what? Sometimes in fall, these bears are spooky. So you have to take the opportunity, the best opportunity that comes available. And that's what I thought we did. So the takeaways from this is to have a quiet arrow and arrow rest combination. Okay, when I shot a whisker biscuit, I would make sure my arrows had the proper finish on it, so that it would be quiet when I would draw back or let down. That's very important. Some people put felt or a little piece of leather on the bottom supporting bristles so that it's quiet there as well. But you know what? I haven't done that. I haven't messed around with that, so I can't really say that is the way to go. What I can say is make sure you have a nice smooth finish arrow, like a Easton FMJ. That thing would be whisper quiet through there. Around that tree. Draw on him. Okay, draw. Aim for the offside leg and you can shoot him. I'll have to look back at the footage. It's going to be tough. Yeah, that was a different bear. That was a boar. That's a 6-foot boar. All right, let's go over the situation here and what I would have done differently. So when this bear came in, I thought it was a small bear that we had previously at the bait initially, but as it was getting closer, I realized, okay, this is a shooter bear for Z. He wanted a 6-foot bear or bigger. This one was actually a lanky, I would say 3-year-old. It squared out at 6'9". Surprisingly, I was shocked I had to measure it 3 times. So as it was coming up to the tree here, I told him to draw back once it goes on the other side of the tree. So now it's quartering away from Z. Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to see that the offside leg, where it is, like you can see the paw dangling, that's basically where I wanted him to aim. So I said aim for the offside leg. The bear takes a step forward just after I say that, and now I don't know if Z caught that. I didn't talk to him too much about it. Being a new bow hunter, I kind of doubt that he actually was that attentive because the adrenaline will be flowing, and so I just don't think he would actually have picked up that detail. So here you see the shot is actually quite far forward. I was concerned on that, knowing that, okay, if it's that far forward and on a quartering away shot, odds are we are not finding this bear. So I'll just get back to where I should have told him to aim. So when a bear's quartering away like that, I've done a video on this in the past, how to shoot a quartering away bear successfully. You have to aim further back on the animal. So you basically have to aim for maybe the last couple ribs. So that's why I say aim for the offside leg. So the offside shoulder. That's where you want your arrow to be hitting. And I should have went over that with Z. We didn't go over that too much. That's on me, I guess. And when you go bow hunting, you need to be prepared. You need to do your research as well. But anyways, that's something I should have done and gone over with them. I think if I would have just said, hey, aim 6 inches behind the front leg, I think it would have been a done deal. He would have made a double lung shot on the bear, and we would have heard the death moan or a better chance. I don't have any video footage of the track job. It was getting dark and whatever, and I wanted to see if I could find the bear before it got dark. The reason I decided to track sooner than later, I didn't give the bear a half hour or anything. I gave him probably 10 minutes because I knew one of two things. Either it was going to be a wound, superficial leg wound, and we weren't going to find it, or it was going to be a heart shot. Well, the blood trail was amazing. It was insane. Crazy. One of the best blood trails I've ever been on. It was not hard to follow at all. I wish I would have got video footage of that, but it was everywhere. It was actually getting on my pants at one point where you're just walking through the blood. There was just that much blood. So I told Z, he asked me, what are the odds of finding this bear? I said 50-50. Exactly what I said earlier, is that it's either going to be a leg superficial wound or it's going to be a heart shot. And I told him it's getting dark. Now I'm basically using flashlights at this point. And I just told him, you know what, if we don't find the bear within 150 yards, I'm going to stop looking and we're going to come back in the morning. It's just too dark. If we don't find him within that distance, he is probably still alive. But the thing is, I cannot leave an animal if I'm still finding blood, because he could bleed out. Potentially you nick an artery, or, well, an artery, they'd bleed out quite a bit very quickly. Or something, or just blood loss, because there was so much blood. Muscle hits tend to bleed quite a bit, but they bleed for a bit really good, then they stop. So that's what I was expecting to find. Well, 120 yards into the track job, I found the bear. We skinned the bear out, and like the shot placement, it's pretty crazy. I was going to do the dissection on this bear to see where he hit, and when I did that, he hit the carotid artery as it goes into the chest cavity. So he got very, very lucky. Hence why there was so much blood on the blood trail. So yeah, I guess sometimes it pays to be lucky. And that's what happened there. So next time on a quartering away shot, make sure you aim a bit further back on the animal. That is what you want to do. You don't want to aim tight up to that front leg. Needs to be a bit further back, and you have to visualize your arrow hitting the offside shoulder or coming out just behind the offside shoulder. So that's what I would have done differently. I would have gone over quartering away shots. I probably should have said, hey, shoot 6 inches back from the front leg. He would end up getting his bear with less drama, and knowing that he would have got the bear. Also, I decided to track the bear right away because I knew the shot placement of the arrow and exactly what's going to happen. I knew I would never recommend, hey, you know what? Even if you shoot him good, give him like the half hour, unless you hear the death moan, you can go right there and go get him. But if you hit him good like that, or further back, and you hit the paunch or the liver, you're going to be waiting a lot longer, okay? But I saw the shot. I knew it was forward. I knew that it was either going to be a leg hit or a heart shot, and so the bear's going to either be dead or it's still going to be running around. So there was no harm in tracking it right away. All right, guys, that's it for me for today. I got another video coming out soon-ish, I hope. Just a matter of editing it, and this is why I'm not on video right now, because that takes a ton of work. I can for this voiceover, I can just set up my portable mic and all that. It's real quick and easy. I got a house full of kids, so trying to find some time, some quiet time is difficult. So this is just easier to do it this way. I can record at any hour and it's all good. So I hope you don't mind this format. So yeah, I guess I better stop talking, let you get on with your day. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to help the channel. All this content is free, and I want to keep it that way. So visit Black Bear Wear or Black Bear Remedies. Any purchase there, you're getting value for your money. And I don't want to put this to a Patreon subscription or anything like that. I just ask that you go support those companies, and in turn, it will help support the channel. Later.